Hello, how you doing? Yeah, it's me again. Like I always say, it's me again. You know, a lot of people goes through ups, downs, turnarounds and stuff like that. But I always said, and I try to express that if you trust and believe in God, not fake like you trust and believe in God. You know, I had to say that to myself sometimes too, because sometimes I try to take matters in my own hands and I try to handle them, and it don't never go right. You know, so I have to chill out just as well as I'm telling you. You know, sometimes when you're dealing with people who might not want nothing out of life and they're looking to get whatever they can get from a person, you know, sometimes you have to shut down and let God show out. Maybe it might be something that you might not understand. You have to shut down and let God deal with it. Because, you know, if a person is used to a pattern, they're going to constantly keep doing the things that they are doing. And there ain't nothing you can say or do about it until tragedy, do you hear me? Tragedy hit them. And when it hit them, then they're going to be like, why me? Why not you? When you was out there in your foolishness, doing whatever you wanted to do, what tickle your fancy and make you feel all right with yourself, when you're not thinking about anyone else but yourself, like you was the only one born on this planet, you know. Hey, welcome to the fire. Because, you know, hell is hell, but then sometimes you put your own self in hell. Yeah, I said it. You know, and stop blaming things to everybody else. Talking about, oh, they did this, they did that. But what about what you did? You know, one thing about me, and anybody know me, before I say something on you, I'm going to say something on me. So that's how you have to handle things sometimes. You know, take a look at yourself before you take a look at others. You know, and in your relationship, sometimes things ain't going to be right. Yeah, I had to pause on that one. Some things ain't going to be right because maybe somebody want to be more slicker than the next one. You know, but ain't nobody slicker than God. Because God gonna always reveal whatever it is. So, ladies, I'm telling you, never fuss back with somebody about what they're doing and how they're doing it, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It really ain't. You know, because ladies, you're gonna wind up losing more than what you think you was trying to gain. So it's not even much worth it, because a person gonna do what they want to do, like I said. You know, they ain't gonna think about you, your feelings, or anything else that got anything to do with you if it ain't satisfying them. So, you know, sometimes we have to pick ourselves up and dust ourselves off and say, look at myself. I am beautiful. I'm very intelligent. I got a heart. I don't really need a male, female to make my boat float. You can make your own self float. Because when you get out there in that river, you the one who, yeah, you feel me? So, you know, one thing I'm saying, you know, think about not saying self, but think about yourself before you start stooping down to another level where somebody wants you to be at. Because sometimes that's not the level for you. You know, it's not. Because, you know, an idiot is an idiot, you know. You know, if the shoe fit, you wear it. If it don't fit, don't put yourself in it. Because I ain't putting no names in nothing. I ain't pointing nobody out. So please do not say, oh, Sheila talking about me. Because I didn't say no name. I said females, males, whoever is going through something of that type of nature. And I talk about everything, diseases. That's another thing I want to get on too. Again, you know, y'all who wants to tip out, you gonna catch something. That's just the bottom line. You gonna catch something. And then that loved one you got at home, female, male, whatever, I don't care. Just understand that I'm talking about you. You think whatever you do in the dark that only you know, and that you think that you have to have another person on the side whenever this person not even much acting right. Sometimes you can make that person not act right because you're clicking and you're flipping on other things that is petty, you know, and you really trying to make an argument so you can say, oh, he or she did this and all this and that, when it's really you. I don't understand people. You know, when you got somebody that loves you, why can't you be happy with them? Or you should have never got with them from the first beginning. If it were for security reasons, go get you a job. Go get you some water and sell it. If it's about just being with somebody, just say you with somebody, don't ruin that other person's life because your life miserable. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because somewhere down the line, that same person that you misunderstood and abused, the next person who you done fell in love with, they gonna dog your thrill. Yeah. Trust that. So, you know, yeah, all my videos is just educational, because I'm talking about some things that maybe, you know, you're going through, and maybe somewhere down the line I went through it, you know, and if you don't talk about it and share it with somebody, nobody never know how to get up out of it, you know. And I didn't never have nobody by my side for me to learn the things I learned. I had to learn it the hard way. And then it took a later age for me to say, think, Sheila, think. You know, I'm like this. I want somebody to love me for me, with my faults or with my good. Because regardless of their faults and their good, I can take that as long as I'm aware of it. If I'm not aware of it, then you don't know what you are getting yourself into, because that means you have to talk. Sometimes you got to get into that person's heart. But if you done been with a person for a good length of time, 10 years, 15 years, you should know that person. You should know what they'll take and what they won't take. And sometimes don't be pushing buttons just to go do what you want to do. I'm still on that. Because you got some people, the elevator don't go all the way up. It gets stuck right here. And know where they stuck at? Whatever that floats their boat. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 females, that's what they want to do. Because they think conquer this is that's the thing. And women's want 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 niggas. And not knowing that everything ain't good running up in you. It just ain't. You know, if you gonna tear your body down, make you look old, stress you out. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. Lord knows I ain't got time. You know, I want y'all to pray for me that my strength get more stronger into the Lord. I ain't gonna say into what I'm doing, into the Lord, because that's where I want to be at, and that's where, you know, some angles I try to go to, and sometimes I fail because I'm not perfect, but I still acknowledge God. I still acknowledge God. I love God with all my heart, you know, and that's just the way it is. And I try to love people because God says love one another. And that's what I try to do. And yeah, I go through my changes. But that's when you're supposed to pull my tailcoat and say, Sheila, no, not now. And then I'll come to my senses. You know, see how I talked about me? As I talked about whoever. Yeah, I always do that. And I want to thank a lot of people who saw me at my weakest point and said, Sheila, pick it up. Pick it up. You're a beautiful woman. And you got a loving heart that what makes you so beautiful. Don't let no one or nothing bring you down. You have them kids and they love you to death. If nobody else don't love you, them kids love you, and they told me they love me too. And that right there, that be better than the tea in China. Because see, that's all anybody wants is love and understanding. And that's what I tell anybody. That's all I can give you is love and understanding. And if you can't take that, well, that's it, because that's all I got. My word, my love, and my understanding. 3 things. Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. Take it or leave it. Bye.